William, this is the longest win streak you've experienced in the NHL. How would you describe it?
It is?
Yeah, 7
Really?
games.
That's cool. No, it's lots of fun. I mean, obviously, doing a lot of good things as a team and finding ways to win. That's what it comes down to.
What stands out about Max as a center?
Sorry?
What stands out about Max, playing with Max?
Yeah, I mean, the way he just always wants to find a pass and obviously skates really well and, I mean, sees the ice incredibly well. So just try to find myself, get it open for him and so he can find me.
What was it like seeing Bertuzzi get the hat trick on his birthday the other night?
Yeah, that was pretty insane. I completely forgot that it was his birthday too, so that's even more like I knew that after the game, but like during the game I wasn't thinking about it being his birthday. But that's got to be a great birthday gift to yourself.
What can you point to, if anything, that sort of triggered this surge by the team? Is there anything that you think is more responsible? Could be non-situational hockey within the team, without the team. What?
I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say exactly what I don't know led to this. I mean, we played against really good teams too, and I mean, some games they've been better than us, and we just found a way to win. So I think just sticking with it, and I mean, knowing that we can win games in any way.
Tyler said he was a little surprised by your pass that set him up for the game-winning goal in Colorado. What do you recall about that play?
I don't know. I just got the puck, I think, below the goal line and just saw the D's kind of leaving him there. And, yeah, I don't know. It's nice that he got the hat trick on that one.
You're coming up on a career high for assists. What's working there? And a lot of it, obviously, is on the power play. So can you tell us what's kind of working, even strength and power play with you, Dishy?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Obviously, our power play's been clicking really well, and that's a good time where you could get a lot of assists. So I think that's been a help. And then 5-on-5, obviously playing with great players, and obviously contributes to that.
You hit 300 assists for your career on Saturday. You recently passed 500 points. I'm curious if when you hear those numbers and you see that, like, do you reflect on how far you've come since you broke into the league? It
is a little bit crazy. I mean, thinking that you have 500 points. I mean, it doesn't feel like 500 points. It feels like it's gone. I mean, it feels like I'm at way less than that. So, I mean, I don't know. It's a pretty cool feeling, I guess.
Mitch has involved in a new restaurant. Has he invited you guys in yet? Or?
Yeah, I've been there twice, actually. So, great. It's been, I think he opened it up for us and the guys that were in town during All-Star, and then we had a Super Bowl party there. So it was great.
What do you expect from the Knights tonight? You had their number in Vegas a few days ago. What sort of opponent are you expecting tonight?
Yeah, I mean, they are the champs, so I mean, they'll be buzzing tonight for sure, and yeah, we just got to be ready for them. What
stood out about how they won their cup? Did anything pop to you about their run?
I couldn't really tell you much. I didn't really watch after we lost, so I don't know.
What's it feel like around the team right now on this winning streak?
I think we're just focusing one game at a time. Obviously, something clicked for us at home just before going on the road. We just try to keep that thing going. And no, I think the guys are just enjoying each other right now. And no, let's keep it going.
What clicked? Can you put your finger on it?
Sometimes it just happens, right? There's no explanation. It's just something clicked, and we won't find a reason. We're just happy that it did, right? Yeah. And we're just gonna try to keep it going and focusing on tonight's game, and that's it.
What do you expect from the Knights? You played them last week, got the better of them. What do you expect tonight?
Yeah, obviously they're gonna come back hard. I think. I assume that we're not satisfied with their game last game, so we gotta expect that they're gonna bring their A game tonight. Bring pucks in the net. We just have to be prepared for that, and it's going to be a good game.
Sheldon said he thought Morgan Ryder's fingerprints were on the games, even the ones he didn't play in during that whole road trip. What do you think of that, and what do you think of the reception he might get tonight from the fans?
Well, obviously, Mo is a team player, right? So we knew he was not happy not to be able to play in those games. So I think everybody played a little bit for him. Make sure we get those points, especially in that tight race here. For him to be back, it's just a good thing. He's a great player, right? And he's a great teammate to be around. And like you said, even though he wasn't like on the ice with us, he was still with us around the team. So he's a big impact guy.
Do you think he'll get some extra cheers tonight when he comes out?
Pardon?
Think he'll get some extra cheers tonight when he comes home? His first home game back.
Well, maybe. I'm sure the fans gonna like it. But no, just I think just focus on tonight's game, and that's it.
Is there anything you've learned about Morgan now that you're his teammate that you didn't know before?
I mean, I didn't play much against him when I was back in Anaheim, so I didn't know much about him. I know he was a good player, but just like sitting next to him, talking to him, he's just a great guy. Like he's really a genuine, and just like he's really calm. He knows what he wants. He plays hard, and you just learn from what he does on the ice and off the ice. So,
What do you think it would be to play with him? I don't know what Timothy's status is, but how do you feel like you and Morgan's games can mesh?
I mean, my game is pretty simple, right? So I would pretty say let him do whatever he wants out there and just stay back, right? But no, if one day we play with each other, it's gonna be fun. Like he's a good player, play against good lines on the other side too. I mean, it's something that maybe we can try, but as of now, I'm pretty happy with Kaber.
Did the last game really underline the importance of shot blocking? You got one, Morgan got one in the head. Everybody seemed to be pitching.
Yeah, Morgan got one right in the head there. I mean, it's important, like the least shot you can give for a goalie, it makes their game easier. So I think it's a big thing for us now too. Like we're trying to block as many shots as we can, limit the chances for the opponent. And no, it's part of the game. If you want to go far in playoffs and stuff, you need to be blocking those shots. So.
What stands out to you about Nylander as a playmaker? He just hit 300 assists on Saturday.
I mean, I don't know how he does that. I don't know how he makes those passes. Like I don't know, but if it works for him, like he's a great playmaker. He sees stuff that on the ice, like that nobody can, right? So good for him. He worked really hard to be where he is today. And it's just good on him, and it's really fun to play with him.
What's the key for you guys in the penalty kill right now?
Well, just being hard to play against, like pressure and just making sure, like I said, blocking those shots, giving the least chances on the PK, especially those cross-ice passes and stuff like that. From there, just have to not get penalties, that's for sure. But no, it's good hockey right now for us.
How much does the practice time help you? In that regard, to have reps?
Well, I mean, like this morning?
No, yesterday.
Yesterday.
Like you spent some time in the PK.
Yeah, we spent some time. Sometimes we just have to work on little details. Sometimes when you play a lot of games, you forget some details. So that little practice yesterday, make sure that we stay down on those details and bring it into tonight's game.
What's the feel like around the team right now during this winning streak?
Yeah, it's good. There's a lot of confidence in the room, and yeah, it's fun to see that we're playing good hockey and getting the results. So I think everyone's just wants to keep this train rolling.
Is there always an expectation or kind of a pushback a little bit from the team that you just played last week and had a big win against?
Yeah, I think that they're going to come out stronger. I think we played great hockey, and we just got to repeat that. And I think they're a great team as well. I think they got a lot of skill, and I know that they're going to have a pushback today. I think we all in this room know that, but I think we got to repeat our performances and just come back stronger.
What has clicked for the group, do you feel like, during this winning streak?
I think just like the little things, blocking shots, having good sticks, special teams. I think those little things just go a long way in games like that, especially the top teams in Colorado and Vegas. Those little things help us, and I think we're just doing a really good job of getting the little things in, and it's been getting results for us.
As a young guy, what's it like to see when John Tavares, kind of accepts a reduced role in this kind of situation with the experiment that Sheldon's going through with the middle six and keeps on producing and doesn't really change his attitude at all?
Yeah, I mean he's the leader on our team, right? He's the captain. That's he steps up, and whenever his name's called, he's been there for us, and whatever it is, he's always done a good job, and I think even in that role, I think he's been helping and contributing and being a big factor as to why we're winning games right now.
What stands out about William Nylander as a playmaker? He had 300 assists in his career on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably pretty obvious. He skates so well, always with his head up and just making great plays. You know, I think he's a pretty dynamic forward that you know is tough to defend, and it's pretty cool to see what kind of creative plays you can come up with on a daily basis.
What do you like about how your line's clicking along right now?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, they're making great plays, and you know, it's just fun to be a part of those guys. You know, it's a pretty big honor to be on that line, and it's pretty incredible. So.
How do you feel coming off that trip? That was a long trip, some interesting travel. Like every game was a different time zone. Like, how's the body react to that?
Yeah, I mean, kind of the sleep schedule was a little screwed up there, but I mean that's kind of the life in the NHL. You know, you're always on the road, and so you always got to be ready for everything.
What do you like seeing the same team again so quickly? Like, you don't have to maybe do as much prep, or what's it like to face the same opponent? Because it's been happening a bunch. It feels like last stretch for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really think it changes much. You know, I think obviously in playoffs you're going to see the same team for you know, maybe 7 games. So I think it happens, and you know, I think obviously, like we said, there's going to be a pushback tonight after I think we got the upper hand on them in their barn. So it just makes for better hockey, I think.
Did you get to Mitch's restaurant yet? So what did you think?
Yeah, I actually have, and it's good. It's been a good time. Yeah, he's you know, I'm happy for him. It's a good spot.
Any recommendations?
On the menu?
Yeah.
I think we just kind of went, and it was like a little tasting menu when we went. So I haven't really seen the actual menu, but I'm sure everything on there is good.
How's Timothy looking for tonight, Sheldon?
He'll be out today. He'll remain day to day, but not available today.
So with him out, do you go with what you had at practice yesterday? And if so, like, what do you like about keeping TJ there? And
Yeah, we'll I suspect we'll be moving things around a fair bit. Obviously, 6 left-handed guys. We do have different people that are comfortable on the right side. Obviously, we know Brody's comfortable there. Morgan, even last game, took some shifts on the right side. This McCabe, of course, and Lagesson. So, you know, Benoit probably the one that's spent the least amount of time there. We gave him some reps yesterday in practice for that reason, if we had chosen to use him there. But you know, with the different mix that we have, I think you'll see different people moving around.
When you got a chance to check in with the medical staff on Joe, what was the report that you got after that?
Yeah, just that he responded well. I think they just want to make sure that he continues to kind of build up his workload here and take it a day at a time. He won't back up today, but he's getting a pretty good hard workout out there today, and yeah, they'll just keep monitor it and take it a day at a time from here.
How's Connor Timmins doing?
I think he's doing well. He's not cleared for contact yet. He's feeling well, which is why you're seeing him on the ice. He skated a bit while we were away as well. He's not cleared to be on the ice with other players at this point, and contact and such. Just as I don't know a lot about mono. I guess there's a large spleen and all this stuff that has to settle down. And it has settled to the point he's able to skate, but not enough to the point that he can take contact. So that's the next phase for him.
You mentioned Matt Murray yesterday. Is there any update on Klingberg at all?
No real update. He's been around a little bit, and he's moving around and such. But he's Murray's a long way away. Klingberg is longer away.
Sheldon, anything you put your finger on the success against the West this year? Best record against the West and East. As many wins as anyone.
Yeah, I didn't know that, but sorry.
22-5-2.
Yeah, hard to say. I mean, we've done well on the road for the most part through the season, and obviously the most recent trip helps a great deal. But yeah, we did well out in California as well, and all that. But hard to really put a finger on that. I don't know. I mean, sometimes you can pull some random things out of 82 games, and what does it mean? Probably not a whole lot.
Coach, maybe not so random, but what would you point at a move that you have made, let's say over the last month, that has been most beneficial to helping this team sort of make this surge?
I don't know. There's been a number of things that have happened here the last while that I think you could point to. We moved the lineup around a little bit. I think you take it further. You know, there's been a change in our team since we've come out of that Ottawa game. You know, and there's not much else to say other than that. I think it's a combination of things. Perhaps the Morgan incident, perhaps just the nature of how that game went. All those things together, I think it's a chance for our team to really look at themselves. It's a chance for me to light into the team a little bit and light up the team a little bit, I should say, and just get their attention. And you know, like I said, we through that and injuries and illness and stuff, we've moved some things around that have really worked. But we've just seen a change in the overall feel of our team as we come out of that game, and the players have responded really well.
You had one game this season where you had 6 left-handed D. Did you learn anything from that in terms of deployment or anything like that?
No, just I don't like it. But I like that the players, like I said a number of times this year, injury, illness, whatever it is, you know, the players just play, you know, and you make the best of the situation. You know, that's really it. You know, it's like we've got some left-hand side as well, you know, and those are not always ideal circumstances, but there's some positives about playing on your offside too. So if you're playing a better team game overall, you can enhance those positives. If you're not playing as well as a team game, you can enhance the negatives and the difficulties that come with it. So just focus on our overall team game, and you know, like I said, we do have a number of guys that are at least, you know, comfortable on the right side, and certainly if not comfortable, at least have experience with it and can manage that and just press on.
How would you describe, aside from Brody, who else is comfortable with it? Like, who else?
Well, McCabe's getting to a point that, you know, he's got enough reps there and he's had some success with it, so he's feeling good with it. Morgan, over my time here, has been very willing to play the right side. Obviously hasn't done very much of it, but anytime that we have asked him to or needed somebody to, he's kind of first one with his hand up and wants to go over there. In fact, even the other night, he put him back with Brody a couple times, and he just said, "I'll play the right side," and you know, he's good with that. I think generally speaking, guys just want to play. They'll play wherever you put them. You know, it's just a matter of trying to make it work. I think ideal circumstances, you always want to have lefty righty. I think that's just I just think there's so many instances on the ice where it's helpful to have that. But there's lots of examples of teams and players that aren't in those ideal situations, and they make it work just fine. So that's where we're at. How
do you see the challenge? How do you see the challenge tonight, coming off a long, successful road trip against a team you just beat?
Yeah, I think it's a good question. It's something that we've got to be aware of. I think you're always conscious of it when you come back from the trip. You don't want to make too big a deal of it, but you got to be conscious of it. You don't want to have any let up. And I think the fact that we're playing the same opponent, and an opponent, of course, we have a tremendous amount of respect for, that in itself should be enough for us to not take a step backwards. I think any sort of fatigue or anything that we might be facing coming back from the road trip, to me, is probably nothing in comparison to playing on the back-to-back like we did when we went into Vegas, and probably had our best effort of the season when it comes to actual our work rate and our enthusiasm, just the feel of our team. That's a back-to-back situation in the middle of a long road trip and all of that. So that level of effort and enthusiasm is going to be certainly required here tonight. I would fully expect the game to be entirely different than it was when we were out there. Expect it to be hard and tight and a grind all the way through, but the effort and enthusiasm we have, that's going to be certainly required to be the baseline, and in fact probably need a little bit more than that, because you're going to have a better group on the Vegas side.